Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So I got a real interesting video right here to share with you guys. And she goes into this whole mindset about settling and what qualifies or disqualifies men and women. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Here we go.
Where men and women were asked if they got 80% of everything they want in their ideal mate, would they be happy with that? And women said, no, that's settling. And men said, 80%, I'd be thrilled. That's a catch. And so
80% to the women you surveyed is settling?
That's settling because, the question is, what actually makes us happy in long-term romantic love? And, that's the question that I explore in the book. And I'm a journalist, so I went out and I asked neurobiologists about chemistry, and I asked behavioral economists about demographics, and I asked marital researchers.
What are women too picky about here?
Well, I'll tell you, men and women were asked what would be a deal breaker for going on a second date. And men named three things. They said she has to be cute enough. She doesn't have to look like Angelina Jolie. She just has to be cute enough. She has to be warm and kind. And she has to be interesting to talk to. Those seem like really valid criteria.
Ding, 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 ding. Pretty simple.
Right. Okay, reasonable, right? The women came back with 300 things that would rule out a guy for a second date. And we're talking about like another 2 hours and maybe a free dinner. And they wouldn't do it. And there were things like, he wore a brown belt with black shoes. Or we were having a really good time and I thought he was cute and he was interesting. But then he did this Austin Powers impression and I just can't get that out of my mind and I can't go out with him again. Austin Powers guy could be the love of her life. The book is based on a survey where men and women were asked if they got 80%.
Now, you heard that and you saw the man's reaction and really her reaction as well. She thought it was just as ridiculous as he did. And this is the author of that book, and is saying that the book title is Marry Him, The Case for Settling for Mr. Good Enough. And she talked about the survey. She talked about the people that she personally interviewed and asked about what was it that made women so incredibly picky and choosy about men. And this is really why so many women, the dying alone thing, people thought it was cruel when Kevin said it. They thought it was over the top, or it was extreme, him saying that. But the reality is that a lot of women are going to find themselves dying alone, and many of them are going to do so because of their own choices, not because of life or circumstances beyond their control. There are going to be quite a few women, due to this pickiness, due to this whole settling thing, due to this, brown belt and black shoes. Like, what are y'all talking about around here? And this goes right into the little stupid list about places not to go. Instead of thinking about the good time that you might have with this person, or sharing something with this person, or talking or connecting with this person that might actually be your person, like as they like to say, might actually be a man that you really will fall in love with, a man that loves you, a man that you can build with and live with and grow with, and all of these sorts of things, and you disqualify them for the simplest things that have nothing to do with their ability or non-ability to be in relationships, whether nothing to do with their ability to be men, nothing to do with anything that would indicate that you would have a good relationship or a bad relationship with them, based on these extremely superficial things that, again, don't have anything to do with anything. A man that takes you to Applebee's isn't why should that disqualify him as a man? Why? Especially if you eat at Applebee's or you've been there before or you liked it or whatever. Him wanting to, and they're mad because the men want something. They want, according to this, they want 3 things that modern women do not give. Some of y'all are cute enough. Some of y'all can do yourself up and be cute. But you don't have interest in conversation. Okay? That the men can't talk to you. The men can't talk to you. Men name 3 things, she said. Be cute, have a good conversation, be kind. Y'all are not kind, and talking to you is like talking literally to a brick wall. You don't even have personalities. You don't even have personalities of your own. So you're not interesting. You don't pique these men's interests. You don't do anything for them intellectually. You do nothing for them on an energetic level by being feminine and nice and kind. You don't do anything for these men. You sometimes you can be pretty, and that'll bring them over there to you. And then once they're over there to you, and then there's nothing but an attitude behind the cute clothes and the cute shape. And it's like, okay, well, we can't have a relationship. The only thing I can do with you is maybe have sex with you if I'm attracted enough. And women put themselves in this position largely. There's only a few exceptions to women being alone due to dumb choices. There's only a few exceptions to that. But for the most part, the way that a lot of y'all be thinking and moving and carrying yourselves, you don't have men because you don't want men, because you don't want to do what it is that actually attracts and keeps worthy, healthy, up to par men. So I just wanted to draw you guys' attention to it. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you've not. Once again, I'm your host, Sister Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.